that's pretty much my mentality about it. I don't care about it. What I care about is what can you give me that I cannot get on my own. This isn't even true with my podcast,
Oh,
right? That's my
yeah,
business. That's me as a businessman thinking about this, because I can create my own audience. I'm building my own audience as we speak. That's what we're doing right now. Also building your own audience too. That's what
yes.
we're doing, right?
Hmm.
So we can build our audiences on our own, but what we have access to, that's a trickier question, right? Now you have connections in places I don't. I have connections in places you don't.
Hmm.
We could work together and collaborate and figure out where the best fits are with each other, if that makes right, and come up with and grow our networks that way.
Hmm.
But the flip side is, okay, so a traditional publisher, I don't have a connection to Disney, but maybe a traditional publisher like Hyperion, who is a Disney imprint, does, right? Maybe as a comic book property, I want a Marvel do a Marvel movie. I'll work for Marvel Comics. Makes sense. So it's literally, or maybe I go to work for Boom. Boom's a great company. I love what Boom's. I love the stuff Boom puts out, right? But if I'm just looking to get paid, and that's all I really want to do, I can create my own audience and make money that way. That's
Yeah.
that right. I can do that on my own. The only reason I think we're going to go to traditional publishing is because, again, it's because it's becoming a much, like, the big five has become the big four with books. Comics is essentially what it's got. We got what, five really good companies in comics, maybe four, depending on how you look at it. You got DC, Marvel, Image, Boom, Dark Horse, right?
That's about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're all great companies. I'm not saying they're any of them are bad to work for, but if I'm looking, okay, if I want to build my brand, I go to Image or Boom. If I want to bit, like, they can offer me that middle ground of, I can build myself up and have a platform that's mainstream that might get attention for a movie deal or a video game deal, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
But if I can get all that on my own, why would I go to a traditional publisher? Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
It's funny you mentioned that because one of the guys that came in one-on-one tells Zing Zen,
Yep.
he didn't go the traditional route of Marvel,
Yeah.
DC. And look what's happening. He already has game companies,
Yeah.
Netflix coming to him. They're gonna make an animation series, all of that.
Yeah. So I mean, so for him, why would he go to a traditional publisher? Like,
He
why would he?
doesn't. He doesn't. He
Yeah.
just,
Like, why
yeah,
would he? Like, there's nothing they offer him, right?
no.
Right.
In fact,
Now,
they might just reject it because it's not up to their standard.
or it doesn't follow their formula, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. It doesn't follow.
So
So
if you're like one of those people who think traditionally and say I have to wait until Marvel hires me, good luck, man, because missed opportunity.
no,
Like,
no, totally. Like that's the thing, right? You don't know, like, you don't know what you're going to work on is going to be a hit. Like, there's some stuff I really love in indie. It's like one of my favorite comics in the indie is Badassical. I love Colette Turner's art. I love John Fleming's story. It's fun. And that's something I would never see in a traditional comic book setting, but I love it. It's such a fun story. Michael Oden's book is really really fun. I really enjoyed that. I can't wait to try Annis. I think Annis has got a really cool concept. I
yeah.
want to really definitely check out.
Mhm.
And a buddy of mine just sent me a comic. As soon as I'm done to you, I'm reading it because I'm probably review it in my review column at some point.
Okay.
It's to me it's like one of those situations where I look at what is out there in terms of the versatility. I mean, the fact that it is such an independent Wild West concept is how someone like me can meet you, right? I mean, it's what makes these meetings possible. And I think one of the other things, I think especially a lot of writers I know miss the opportunity on, is interacting with all these different creative people out there, because you never ever know where that leads, right? And
Okay.
but
I'm sorry. Go on.
yeah, no worries. I think that's like we're in this thing where we can all work together and produce incredible stuff. And I look at your 101 Tales. That was an amazing accomplishment. You and everybody involved did a really fantastic job. You created your own mini convention, and and you, Mel, on Adam, you guys all deserve props because you guys put that together, and right. So what's happening now is the ability to meet, interact, and connect with each other is a lot more, I think, somewhat necessary to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
But also, we're at the point where that's the nature of the business. The more traditional industry said only a few people can get in at any time. Okay, I don't need you, right? I don't necessarily need you. I'll create my own thing, and you'll come to me for my price. And if you never do, that's fine because I don't need your permission. I'm gonna just do me anyway, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't again, and I'm not above doing business with a traditional publisher, and this isn't me being arrogant about this. It's just like I'm going to be a creative person. If I'm serious to turn my creativity into an art, I gotta be aware of what the environment is around me. And the environment today is it's wide open. So that means you better meet people, you better say hi to people, you better just don't be afraid to put yourself out there a little bit because you never know who you connect to.
Yeah, it's kind of sucks for the traditional kind of people where they think, oh, okay, just keep submitting my work and I'm gonna make it once they accept to publish my work. But now it's not like that. You can't just be an introvert where you just wait for it to happen. You gotta do a lot of socializing.
Yes.
Looking. So
Yes. No.
yes, that's one thing also I didn't realize going into art. I thought it would be a quiet place where I can just work. But it's the opposite, right, Joshua?
It totally is. I mean, yet you put up with me for an hour. I mean, I'm certainly loud and just all by myself. But yeah, no, it's your business. Like that's the truth. Like you're a business, and
Yeah.
and you have to and you are solving problems for somebody else.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's it. Same thing with me. I can solve problems for somebody else. Provided to give me provided to give you the information you are required to do your job. That's your job. Artists are problem solvers. That's what artists are. They're not like if we did this honestly as if we did this honestly as a realistic thing, what we do in terms of a practical business, we create stories to allow presentations, sales, ideas to come across to a page. We're communicating to a vast audience or an audience of one. Our job is to come up with the best presentation that makes it work best in whatever medium we are working in.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely agree. And the fascinating thing is sometimes, what's interesting is we're the one, it starts all from us.
Yes.
It's not like we have a product. So
well, yeah.
We create the product. We create everything. We're just like a one-stop factory.
But it's true. It is so true, right?
Yeah.
It's so